people. Me love Jamaica, just like most of them. But the fact is, Jamaicans are not returning to the island. There must be a reason why. And all this positive talk and let's be positive about the island and the people them. Now go back. Let's discuss. Alright. High migration numbers as more Jamaicans take off. I'm doing this because I've read a lot online about people talking about coming to Jamaica and people saying, oh yeah, I want to go home too. And I say, but most people with me know now go home. And I'm talking especially about Jamaican born, because this is who we want to talk about. Because there's a narrative being painted about by second generation or so, or complete foreigners, that about Jamaica is wonderful and idyllic. And to be honest, Jamaica is a real beautiful place. It is a real lovely place. It is a glorious place. There's no doubt. The island itself is fantastic. And people ask me all the time, should I go? What about the violence? I say, listen to me, man. Go on. Not Nadia, go home. I'm not anti-Jamaica. But I am totally a realist. And I know people, Jamaican born, are not returning home. So I was digging, trying to find facts, because I don't like to go by most of the art people I hear talking on YouTube. Them just I say, oh, it's not true, and then call in one or two people will go back down, return the resident, and use that to paint the narrative. So I love statistics, I love facts, and someone read this to you. So let's go into this before I start my convo. It says almost 270,000 more people have left Jamaica in comparison to those who have chosen to return. Foreigners who chose to return to move to the island over an 18-year period. According to data provided by the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Jamaica's net migration numbers amounted to 269,991. This is between 2002 to 2019. Carol Coy, director of Statin, which is the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, told the Jamaica Observer that net migration is a difference between the number of immigrants returning, residents and foreigners moving in, and the number of emigrants, people leaving throughout the year. If the number of immigrants is larger than the number of emigrants, we then have a positive migration numbers. Unfortunately, though, in Jamaica, Coy said, because Jamaica had emigrated within that period is 269,000, there is a negative figure. So we had more people leaving the island than those coming. So already we see some issues based on the world of YouTube. Say everybody a go down. It's not true. So make we see why. Robert Stevens, Sustainable Development Consultant and former Director of Tourism of Jamaica, told the Sunday Observer that high immigration numbers pose a threat to the nation's development. He says, it shows that we are not providing enough opportunities locally, and it shows that if we don't, what will happen is our best minds are immigrating and developing other countries, in particular North America, is benefiting from it. And I think it's something where clearly we have to look at in preparing our graduates. And the article goes on. I won't go through the good article, but I go through the whole article. But another bit I want to grab right here. It says, though more people are leaving Jamaica, the IOM reported that there is an upward trend as more immigrants are coming into Jamaica. The IOM said approximately 11,700 people moved to Jamaica between 2012 and 2016. Fantastic. Foreign-born immigrants accounted for 72%. So if I them come back, I come. China, as we know, as the main country of origin. Then India, in second place, continued since 2011-2017. And we can see all the infrastructure that come up in Jamaica. All Indian man, them must set up shop when me go to Jamaica now. So, It's a thing where you do. All of them are going because it's a top shop. All right. The returning Jamaican nationals accounted for 28%. So let's hear the reality. Only 28% of the immigrants, people coming into the island, were Jamaican nationals, as in Jamaican born. And this included, so you know, me and all of them are come by, I'm coming home. They included voluntary returnees, wonderful. But some of them included in that stats was deportee, forced returnees. Yeah, forced returnees. So we can presume by that say we are talking about deportees. So it goes on to talk about how it's a worrying thing that more people are leaving. So only 28% of all our immigrants are those returning to the island. And I'm going to do a whole series on this now about why not only I believe that, but talking about experiences of people I know, first-hand, anecdotal experiences of why this is happening. So I'm going to give you share the story of one returning resident. Now, this person is a diehard yardie, old guy. When Jamaica got independence, turned over, gave up British book to take out Jamaican one. And them type of Jamaican them talk, because a lot of Jamaicans on here will not do that. Them not give up them dual nationality. I know a few, and big up to those. I know a few in Germany and so, because Germany doesn't allow you to have dual nationality, so them not give up them Jamaican book. But most Jamaicans are dual nationals. Yeah, so I hear them attack, them are dual national, them now go just work with Jamaica passport because them said the visa thing. And so I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying it's just a reality, and sometimes we are go around the corner. But we must start the reality. Most Jamaicans who go abroad, the first thing they might try to do is get a foreign passport. All right. So I read a lot of blogs online. I say, when you're buying land and you go through a lawyer, and so this person went through a lawyer, and it took them upwards of 27 years to get their 32 years to get their title. This was a title done, and it took them 32 years because of when land was going to exchange. Suddenly the local parish council put some stipulations, and they had to require them to fix roads and all them time. I think they forget them land, and the person actually passed away and never saw their title. 32 years to get land title. On their passing, workers of this man, people who used to work for him, now went to court and now put other family members under stress, saying that they own the land. Remember, this is a title land, and the family members now had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to court. They were removed, but it took 2 years or so to get them off. And this is what I'm trying to show you. People are taught a lot of things which I realize online, it's very idyllic, it's utopia-like, it's so good, but the reality of those who know Jamaica know say, no go so. Most land in Jamaica is unregistered. And me I go big up the NLA, you know. The NLA is doing so much more. The National Land Agency is doing so much to inform people, making it much easier for you to get your title for your land. But most lands in Jamaica are unregistered. So when you go by it, people give a little diagram, they call it. A diagram is a local word for a local survey. And they take that and they start building on it. Go down to parish council and get planning permission and build on it. And that's how most people build them land. This idyllic thing of gated communities. And so most Jamaicans not good as so. And they can't afford it anyway. So them one go in a them community or go to another community. Another thing I hear people say, don't go to your community. This man never went to his community, he went to another community, and he died wanting to go return abroad and telling his family members, don't come back. Don't come back. Because the same people over years where you feed and help and you build up your communities and you do all them. So at them same one come mess you up. And this is the reality of Jamaica. The crime is one thing, and to be honest, most times if you go Jamaica, nobody not do nothing. You're pretty safe. But the fact is, a crime is an issue, and can you walk around freely? Yeah, generally speaking, but from long time me know say when me I go downtown, me no walk with no bag. Me no walk with nothing in handbag. My money in my shoes. Yeah, so me know that from years ago. So this false thing where people are talk is ideal. Most of them people and them now go downtown. Them go downtown with camera, nobody not trouble you. If you go downtown with camera, nobody not trouble you. Yeah, that's that. And yeah, make video, and yeah, make blog. We are talking about the everyday life of every person. If you got Jamaica and you don't know the taxi fare, some unscrupulous person will go charge you more even for the taxi. You see me I try to show you? And then unfortunately, because most people, me have a friend, and time me I travel with she, me say, listen, no, don't bother talk. When she go down, she now remember foreign money from Jamaica. If me touch a yard, me not confused. Me knows that Jamaica me there. And me not confused that Jamaican dollar me I deal with. I've been go home one time and me say, alright, me just stop on my beer one night before me head up in the hills, you know. And me say, alright, yeah, Jamaican. Right. The man say, listen to me, you're not Jamaican, cause you smell like foreign. The man say me smell like foreign, so me not sound like smell like no Jamaican resident. You may try show you, and this is the reality. And I'm gonna start unpicking these things step by step. I'm gonna talk about purchasing land and how actually, because of the LNA and some great work by the organization, you can actually, if you know the whole regime, I have dealt with land, transferred land, purchased land, and managed to transfer it and all these kind of things without the use of a lawyer. So it can be done if you're willing to put some time and, you know, save yourself some money. And there's great resources now online when you can search land, you protect your land, all them things they may go talk to you about. Because a lot of Jamaicans going down, you not protect on the land, when you go down there and realize say, you not own the land again, in a court for how many years, a fight battle. Yeah, upwards of 10 years people are fight for land, because when you look at this, uncle sell you it and never the uncle land. But these things don't have to be taking place now, because that me I go big up Jamaica with. I'm telling you, there's so much resources you can get online. Brilliant lawyers in Jamaica too, who actually know the stuff, who know about the process. I mean, I talk about the you know, because Jamaica has lawyers, them tend to do everything. If you go online and say, yeah, me can't take that case, yeah, me can't take that case. I don't deal with lawyers like that. I deal with lawyers, if I have to, who actually know, for example, about, they deal with property and estates. You may deal with, you understand? And so, I just want to debunk this thing, because Mr. No found us in our go home. Many of the people are going home, as this says. You're not Jamaican, you're second generation or whatsoever. And that's cool. That's cool if the children of the diaspora return home. Big up yourself. But I want people to know what really are going on in the island, what really them are going to face. And this is not holiday, no. We are talking about go down, go live. And so we are going to talk about that. So remember, like, share, and subscribe. I know some people, you might be angry, but yeah, but it's all love. I'm just telling you a perspective backed up with stats, backed up with experiences, backed up with knowledge. You can choose to agree, you can choose to disagree, but put some comments on this, the man. More love and more power to you. Have a great day. And wherever you are, we know it's enough of going on in the world. Just keep safe. Love your fellow neighbor, love yourself. And just try have a realist and a peer view when of all things if you can, because guess what? Life is short. So make sure you do what's right for you and do what is good. So big up yourself, no man. You know it's always one love. Blessings.